Hi, this is Chris Martin for Print Future. I have a client who is not in the print industry. They work in the environment sector, and they've been carrying out some direct mail campaigns recently, which I've been working on. But when I first met them about a month or 6 weeks ago, the first thing I did was to look at some of the campaigns they'd already run, and they showed me one that was targeted particularly at the forestry sector in this particular case. And they had run the campaign, or so they told me, and couldn't understand why the response rates were so low. In fact, they were virtually zero. They had very little success with the campaign whatsoever. So we looked at the obvious headline issues that one might do with any direct mail piece and a campaign in general. Was it targeted well? Were the product relevant to the target market? How well had the letter, which in this case it wasn't an email campaign, how well had that been put together? Was it well written? Did it have good copy that really clearly defined what the product was about, what value it added, and had a call to action? All those good things that we need to consider when putting together a piece of direct mail which we expect to get a good response from. Looked at all that, and there wasn't anything particularly wrong with the targeting or the content of the DM or any of the other issues one might consider in terms of timing of the mailing, etc. So pondered this for a little bit, and I was talking to the marketing manager there and said, well, okay, how many times has this mailing gone out to this target market? How many times? It had gone once. Now, obvious question to ask in that instance is, okay, why has it only gone once? Has it only just gone? Have we only just mailed this piece in the last couple of weeks? No, this had gone once. I think it was a couple of months beforehand, and they hadn't repeated the campaign. Which brings me to the point of this short video, really, and that is that one of the most important aspects of any form of marketing, whether it's through social media, direct mail, general advertising, is its repeatability, and it's something that is sometimes forgotten, but nevertheless is perhaps one of the most important aspects that we should be remembering. Why is it important to repeat campaigns? Well, think about the amount of information that people receive these days in terms of how they can access information about products on the web, let alone through direct mail that may be coming through their letterbox. There's a lot of information, there's a lot of sales messages being thrown at all of us every hour of the day. So if you only push out one single campaign on your product or service, you're just going to get lost in the mess. You have to repeat in order to get your message through. You have to keep banging against the door, if you like, to ensure the message gets through to the potential recipient. The other aspect, of course, is that we tend to buy products, whether we're in the business to business or business to consumer environment, we tend to buy on the basis of some of the last messages we've seen. If you're looking for a new phone, a lawnmower, whatever it is, or indeed to buy some print, then you may well react to that most recent message from the company who's just mailed you. So if you repeat your campaigns at regular intervals, you're increasing your chance statistically of getting your prospect at the right time. And thirdly, familiarity. If you're new to a potential prospect, if your brand or your company is not familiar to them, then again, it's obvious that you need to keep putting your brand, putting your products, your services in front of that potential customer to ensure that they become familiar with you and have a certain degree of confidence in perhaps trying you out or talking to you. And one further point associated with this issue of repeatability, particularly in the current environment where lots of companies are using one-to-one marketing and personalising and customising direct mail pieces, brochures, etc., etc. If you're doing one-to-one direct mail, then the upfront costs of developing that campaign can be considerably more than a traditional direct mail piece. So the more you repeat that campaign, obviously the more mail shots you're amortizing your costs over, so you're actually reducing your costs. And perhaps more importantly, moving away from the cost aspect, one-to-one campaigns depend very much on the data being targeted effectively, your potential customers being targeted effectively with, let's say, product offers that are specific to them. And you're never going to get it right first time. So it's important that you repeat the campaign, get the learnings from that initial campaign, see where your targeting has worked, see where it isn't, to ensure that you can optimize your returns. In other words, give yourself time and a number of, let's say, straightforward mail shots to get your learnings and improve your targeting capability. So, thinking about it in the round, I think the lesson to be learned is always think long term with your direct mail. The old lesson is test, 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 but I would also add to that repeat, 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 particularly if you are doing one-to-one and customised and personalised campaigns. Hope that's useful. Look forward to seeing you next time.